Do you guys remember when I told you that I would be filming this video? That was like 2 months ago. I'm so sorry, but hey, it was finally happening. I'm finally gonna give you guys my advice. So, welcome back to another episode of the Jessica Henry Show. If you are not subscribed already, please smash the subscribe button. It's just right, yeah, just right there. Just go ahead and click it. You got it? Okay, cool. So today I'm gonna just give you guys my very biased opinion on YouTube, how to start YouTube, some things that you should consider before starting YouTube. I'm just gonna break it all down. Now, I have tried to film this video many times, and just know that I overthought it so badly in my brain that when I sat down to film this video for you guys, I would talk about my story and my journey and my first year on YouTube, then I'd talk about equipment, then I would talk about hate comments. I was all over the place. I had no idea how to tackle this video, how to make it simple for you guys, and just how much of my journey y'all cared about. But if you guys do want to hear about my journey on YouTube and my first year on YouTube and my experience with that, I will definitely make that a video. But I wanted this just to be my tips, my tricks, and my advice for starting YouTube in 2020. So let's just go ahead and get started. If you hear kids yelling in the background, it's because it's still Christmas break. So they're just screaming and fighting and whining and crying and they're thirsty, and I'm just a mom. So, you know, there's that. I wrote some stuff down so I didn't forget anything. Now, this whole video is gonna be my opinion, my advice. Definitely do whatever the heck you wanna do, okay? This is just Jessica's take to YouTube. So a lot of people want to start out YouTube to make money. In my personal opinion, that is the worst mistake. That's not the worst mistake, but that's a mistake, because this is not a get rich quick kind of a deal. This is a very slow grind for most of us, right? So YouTube is a very difficult thing. It is an entire skill that you have to learn, and you should be having fun while you're learning this new skill. So, for example, I put in full-time work for 0 pay for 4 months. Now just think about that. Think about, like, say you go to an office job and you're training and you're working hard for 4 months to not get paid. Would you go to that job? Probably not. And I know there's a lot of people out there that think YouTube is not a job. It is. You have to basically train yourself on how to do all of this, how to speak in front of a camera, how to learn how to use a camera. I didn't know how to do that. Then how to import things to your computer. Yep, I had to Google that. So then, you know, there's a lot of complicated equipment stuff and editing, and we'll get there. But you should not start YouTube to make money. You just start YouTube because you have a passion for creating content, because I promise you that passion will get you over the hard times on YouTube. YouTube is like this. It is a journey, and you go up and you go down emotionally, mentally, maybe physically. So YouTube is definitely a journey, and it is not always the easiest one, in my opinion. So passion should outweigh any desire to make money. That way, if you do get money on YouTube, it's like, what? This is amazing. This is an amazing bonus to YouTube, to my passion. This is a little bit of validation in me making YouTube videos, and I've learned this whole new skill, and this check, my first check, for $100 is so dope. So first piece of advice, passion should outweigh money. Although money is important, passion's gonna get you through those difficult times on YouTube. Before you start a YouTube channel, you should have a niche in mind. So you should know what the YouTube channel is going to be about. You should know the name of the YouTube channel. You should kind of have an idea on the first few videos that you wanna make. So say you wanted to make videos about makeup. So in my personal advice to you, I would outline the first 5 videos, what you want to talk about, and that way you're a little bit more prepared. So being prepared is a big deal, but content comes before equipment. So what does that mean? Your content matters more than what you are filming on. Content over equipment. Just like passion over money, content over equipment. So, I don't have my phone here. The first thing that I sat down to film with was my phone. At that time, it was the Galaxy Note 9. I upgraded to the Galaxy Note 10. I love Galaxy phones. But the first phone that I sat down and I started filming on was my Galaxy Note 9. And you guys, it's 2020. Cameras on phones are ridiculously good. Ridiculously good. So start now, start with the equipment that you have, and don't invest money into something that you might not be sure is your passion. My advice to figure out if this is your passion is to make 7 videos. 5 to 7 videos, edit the videos, put them on YouTube, and just see if that's something that you want to dedicate your time to. So don't spend money on fancy equipment. I know YouTubers now that are always trying to get the next new camera. That's not important. If you have a good message or you have a really good personality for YouTube, you have that it factor, that's gonna translate no matter what equipment that you use. And then if you figure out that this is a passion, upgrade some equipment. My recommendation for camera equipment, this is what I use every day, is I use 2 tent lights, and they were like 40 bucks on Amazon, even though one kind of breaks all the time. So I don't know, it depends on your budget, but I'm ratchet. So I use 2 kind of cheap lights, filming tent lights that I found on Amazon, and I use the Canon Rebel SL2. The reason why I like this camera is because it's clear, it's amazing, it has dual pixel autofocus. I was just reading this book to Riley, so I will show you guys what I mean. Dual pixel autofocus means if you hold something up to the camera, it is going to quickly focus. So that is really important. It's important when you're moving around. So there is a viewfinder on this camera, and there's squares on my face right now. So the more I move, it doesn't matter that the camera is tracking my face the entire time. I wish I could like show you guys what I'm talking about. But the more I move, the dual pixel autofocus is picking up on my face and it is making it clear. Now I have accessorized that with the Rode mic. This setup cost me about, the camera was $550. and the microphone was $300. So it cost me almost $900, probably a little bit more if I'm being honest, just for the camera and the microphone. But again, I did not buy a camera until I had, I think, almost 2,000 subscribers. And while that might not seem like a lot now, since I have a lot of subscribers on 2 different channels, you guys, don't underwrite 2,000 subscribers. 2,000 subscribers is freaking amazing. It means that I got 2,000 people to agree with what I was saying and like me and subscribe. That's amazing. So if you have a small channel and there's only 1,000 subs or 500 subs or 100 subs, don't discredit yourself for that. If it's 100 subscribers, you got 100 people that you found that like you. And no matter what size your channel is, you're always going to be someone's favorite. Back to the equipment thing. I didn't invest money into the channel until I saw that maybe it was gonna make me a little bit of money, and at that time I probably had roughly around 2 months on YouTube. So I'd been making videos for 2 months and I was like, yep, I love this. I love making content. I love engaging with people. This is something that I wanna invest my money in. You definitely need a tripod. But if you're just starting out, put your phone in front of a window, sit like this, so the window is here and I am right here. That way you can just use natural lighting. You can start YouTube for free, just with your phone. Film outside if you can. Film in front of windows, you know, set up lamps, do whatever you gotta do. I would not recommend spending money until you know this is something that you wanna invest your time and money on. I eventually got a second camera. I'm gonna show you guys this one. Every YouTuber, it seems, has this camera. This is the Canon G7X Mark II. And I love this camera for vlogging. It's very small. It has the screen so you can see yourself. But the only downside to this is I don't use it as my everyday camera because it does not have dual pixel autofocus. So if I'm holding something up or I'm moving around too much, it will go out of focus and that's irritating. But you get a lot of bang for your buck in a Canon G7X Mark II. It is, like I said, very lightweight. The picture quality on this, I mean, it's so great. It's so good. So while I'm sure a Canon 90D is an amazing camera, you can get amazing quality from cameras that are cheaper from Canon. These are the only cameras I have used, so I don't know, you guys be the judge on how I look in the Canon Rebel SL2, but I love the G7X Mark II. I highly recommend it if you're a vlogger and you're always going around vlogging in public. Again, it's lightweight, it's inexpensive for cameras. I think this costs $500 as well, and it's just a really good camera to have. So if I'm vlogging in public, this is the camera that I'll use. I also set this camera up to try to get 2 different camera angles if I'm not being lazy. And I have someone else that I'm filming with that is not Reese. So yeah, it's always good to have a second camera if you're doing interviews. But again, start with what you have, start now, content over equipment. I want to throw this in here, and I think a lot of people get intimidated with YouTube when they start out because there is so much to learn. There's so much to learn about lighting and audio and presentation and just everything. It is a skill that you have to learn. So my advice when it comes to just being overwhelmed with all of the things that go on behind the screen is don't be too hard on yourself and learn as you go. Just learn as you go. So when I was first starting out, and actually I still do this now, I watch YouTubers that are out there to help YouTubers. So I think it's really important to study up on what these YouTubers are doing, because that's an entire niche on YouTube. There are tons of creators out there that their entire channel is to help you guys grow your platform and be successful on YouTube. A really good one that I love is called Think Media. Sean is very good at his job. He's very good at breaking things down very simply, and it's because of his recommendations that I have the equipment that I have now. So big shout out to Think Media. I love those guys over there. They're very, very helpful, and they talk simply because I need it simple. And then for learning how to do thumbnails, I kind of just YouTubed that as well. So I film on Filmora, but then I do my thumbnails on Adobe Photoshop. I don't recommend Adobe when you're just starting out because it's really complicated, and I cried learning it because, oh my gosh, Adobe is very time consuming. It's not user friendly, and to me, it's just my opinion, I hate Adobe just because it is so complicated. I highly recommend Filmora. You can get a subscription to Filmora for like $40 a year. So that's what I use for the majority of my editing. But again, for my thumbnails, I use Adobe. Now, if you are a student, you can get a discount for Adobe. So make sure that if you're a student, you plug in your university email and you get that discount. Just to go back to this a little bit, I highly recommend that you guys watch YouTube videos on how to be a YouTuber, because that way it's just gonna give you a little bit more knowledge. If you don't know how to do something, we live in the age of information. There is literally a YouTube video for everything. So of course there's YouTube videos on how to be a YouTuber and how to grow your platform and what equipment to use, and they break it down in a much more professional setting than what I am doing right now. I am not a professional, I am just a YouTuber. I'm just a chick with a camera that has been on YouTube for 1 year, so I don't know, but I will say that I love this platform and I love what I do, so hopefully I can help you guys start your channel, and that would be so great. So if you have a YouTube channel and you've started it, please let me know in the comment section down below what your YouTube channel is about. I know a lot of people wanted me to talk about the hate that YouTubers receive, and while that is very difficult to deal with, moment of silence, that is very difficult to deal with. That is something that I knew was going to happen. I knew that I was going to get hate, especially because on my main channel, I talk a lot about prison, addiction, mental health, and having a baby in prison. So I knew that I was going to get hate. I knew that people were going to attack me on the internet. I was very prepared for that. What I was not prepared for was the support and the kindness and the encouragement from complete strangers on the internet. I was not expecting that, and that has been the most amazing gift to me by far. So I absolutely love the fact that YouTube can be hard, but it can also be so rewarding and so amazing on a very personal level. I know we don't know each other, but I recognize your guys' names almost every single week in the comment section, and I love responding to you guys and interacting with you guys. That is something that is very personal to me, very protective of my subscribers, and I'm also very grateful for my subscribers. So thank you guys for even clicking on this video. Amazing. I did very briefly want to talk a little bit about the money that I have gotten. So we'll start with the Jessica and Reese show. Let's see. Our goals for 2020 has 10,948 views. I just want to show you guys a little bit so that you have some kind of scale on how much money that you would make for a video with 10,000 views. So, I don't know if y'all can see. So as you guys can see, that video made me $55. Now I would say that's pretty close to average for a video that has 10,000 views. And there's a lot of variables when it comes to making money on YouTube. There is CPM, everyone's CPM is different. That's cost per milli. Really that's cost per 1,000 views. So mine is about $7 or $8. $55 is a good chunk of change for a video that has 10,000 views. That is really close to what I get in every video that has 10,000 views. Now, again, a lot of these views are coming from the skippable ads. So there's a lot of different ways that you can monetize your channel. And if your video is over 10 minutes long, you can put mid-roll ads. So I didn't start putting mid-roll ads on my videos until I had, what was it? It was about 30,000 subscribers before I started putting mid-roll ads, only because I had no idea. I had no idea and I didn't want to have tons of ads on my videos, but now if you watch any YouTuber, they have 2 or 3 mid-roll ads. I highly recommend that you do that because that way you can double your revenue. So if this video only had an ad at the end or an ad at the beginning of the video, this probably would have been a $12 video. But because there are mid-roll ads, it is a $55 video. So I want to show you guys another variable when it comes to making money on YouTube. This video, audience retention, average view duration is 11 minutes. You guys, that is so high in comparison to what I've seen. I have seen Shelby Church make videos about this and I highly recommend her too. She's awesome. But this video, the average watch time is 11 minutes. So that's 41%. I'm sorry, that's 44% of the video. So that's amazing. That's a really high watch time. Now let's go to my main channel. Okay. Now since I have a video that is over 1 million views, I thought that that would be the best video to show you guys since it is my best performing video. I've never gotten paid like this before, y'all. Ooh, let me tell y'all. Okay, so just in the last 28 days, the I Had a Baby in Prison video made me $81. And the average view duration on that is 11 minutes and 55 seconds. So that is a really high view duration as well. I average around 40 to 55%. So most people are watching more than half of my video, which is so amazing. I don't even know how I did that. So let's go to lifetime revenue. That's what y'all want to see, right? So this is lifetime, but I clicked on 90 days just so y'all can see. Well, actually I'll show both. So a video that has 1.35 million views on YouTube, guess how much money this made? Whew, Lord. Could you imagine if this is a lot of money to me, and I'm sure there are people out there that are like, that's it? That's all you made? That is huge to me. That's a big deal to me. So that video in total over the course of the entire time that it has been up has made me $5,329.38. Now, I really want to show you guys the interest in this video because it didn't do well at first. How do we find that? Oh, views, here we go. So it started out pretty good. As you can see, it kind of just went and then ping, and then it hit a huge jump. So when videos hit jumps like that, it means YouTube is recommending them. So November 28th through November 29th, it had a lot of views. So the reason why I'm showing you guys, actually I'll show you another one in comparison to that that's close. So I have a video titled Why I Went to Prison. Ugh. Oh my God, it was such an awful video. I have a video that has 500,000 views. It's titled Why I Went to Prison, and that video made me $1,715, which is huge, you guys, huge. But do you see the chart? It's like it kind of did okay, nothing, nothing, bing, kind of did okay, nothing, nothing, kind of did okay. That's YouTube. So I didn't get all that money at once. I got it in trickles because it's been up on my channel for like 9 months. So I got it in like little increments. So just in the last 7 days, that video has made me 20 bucks or $29. So you don't get paid that money all at once. It kind of comes in waves. I think that's important here because I know a lot of people are so curious as to see what YouTubers make with all of those views, but I average, those are my best performing videos. I don't make that on every video. My videos definitely don't average over $1,000 a video. I wish that they did. So I don't even have an average number because sometimes I'll make decent money on a video, other times they tank. So it's so hard to know. I honestly think that I make really good money because you guys are watching the videos all the way through. I really think that that matters. So I am so blessed. And while some people might not think that's a big deal, that's huge for us. That's huge for our family. So I am so grateful. And I really wanted to show this. I want us to talk about the money that we make on YouTube because one, everyone wants to know. And two, this is something that I think people just don't mention enough. I think people are uncomfortable talking about money, but you can look up anyone and see how much money they make. So I really hope this was informative and transparent, and I hope it helps you guys. If this video did give you guys some encouragement or some knowledge, please let me know in the comment section down below if this video helped you. And if you guys want to see a follow-up to this video, I will definitely film that for you guys. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.